Okay, seriously, what gives? The snow was supposed to give out around 4 a.m. It's now almost quarter after 7, and it's still going. Seriously, like, you can't see what the road looks like or the shape of the road out there because it's so incredibly white out there. It's unbelievable. Oh, boy. I'm gonna have to immediately, like, get going to anywhere I want to go to if I want to get through this. I mean, from what I hear, it's at least supposed to get up to, like, 40, so it's gonna melt some of the snow. But, man, I mean, it does look beautiful outside. I really do enjoy the contrast of white and shades of pine green and tree bark brown that you see in a veritable winter wonderland, if you will. Um, so yeah, in case you saw last night, I did get to see Widows, but I couldn't do the review in my car just because obviously it's so incredibly bad out that in case the weather actually got worse, I never would have been able to make it home, which I did. So, hooray, I got home safe. And now I have to drive at like 5 miles an hour for the next several hours if I want to go anywhere. Yay, winter is finally here for all you Game of Thrones fans. I'll be honest, I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. All I know is I keep hearing that winter's coming. Well, in real life, winter is here, I guess. Even though it's not the winter solstice yet. Still gotta wait a couple... actually about maybe a month and a half, roughly. Maybe a month. Maybe a little over a month and a week. I don't know. Until the week of the 21st of December. Which I do believe is on a Friday. And it's good for me too because I do believe that my birthday is on a Friday this year. Yeah, December 28th. The same birthday as the late and truly great true believer himself, Stan Lee. I don't think anyone's ever going to get over this death. I mean, I used to have a list of great people who the world is absolutely going to be at a standstill if they pass away, and Stan Lee was one of them. Another notable person on there was the next person of the Beatles to pass away, which, thankfully, from what I know, Paul and Ringo are still alive. Knock on wood. That's me knocking on wood right there to make sure that doesn't happen. So, yeah. But, darn it. I hate when it itch in my ear. I don't like that at all. So, yeah. So that stuff's going on. Let's see what else. Oh. You know, in the midst of worrying about all the weather and seeing the movie, I have no idea who won last night's game. Let me get a second to look that up for a second. Hold on. NFL game. Let's see here. Oh. What do you know? It ended up being wrong. The Seahawks won. I guess the NFC West is. I mean, the Seahawks are never going to catch they're never going to catch the Rams. They're not. They could make a wild card, perhaps, but they're not going to catch the Rams. Although it would be interesting to see them try. So, yeah. Didn't see last night's game because I saw the movie. And it was really weird because, I mean, the good thing is, because of the weather, when I saw the movie last night, I was literally the only one in the entirety of the theater auditorium? I guess you want to call that? Yeah, I was the only one there. And, well, for those of you who don't know, I go to the Regal Cinema at the Arnott Mall. And as of around last year, they actually started having luxury reclined seating for each theater. So I was able to put my coat on in one seat, my popcorn and drink in the other, and just relax. It was awesome. Truly one of the best nights to see the movie, even though Under different circumstances, I wish the weather was obviously better. But yeah, that goes without saying that. Again, Widows was awesome. Still riding that high from that. Natural high, of course, because, I do not take drugs. Because drugs are bad. Insert South Park quote here. Drugs are bad. Okay. But, yeah. What's also bad is how crazy the weather is outside. I actually had a friend last night who I do believe who may be a Game of Thrones fan, I don't know. But they have a picture on Instagram saying winter is coming. Well, then good news! Winter is here. And it's back with both a vengeance and a complete foot and change of snow. Ah, boy. This is going to be a very long, very arduous winter. And it's not going to get any easier. I mean, this is technically day 5 of the fact that Rita's is officially closed, and surprisingly, I'm keeping my sanity quite well. Which is odd, because usually I go incredibly crazy around this point. I guess I'm used to it. That or I am crazy, I'm just doing a good job of not showing it, I guess. You can decide on that one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not... It's up for you to decide. You can interpret this video as whatever you like. I'm not gonna... I certainly won't judge you for it. So, yeah. Hate the cold. Hate the snow. Hate the fact that you can't see the road because of the snow. And, yeah. This is not very good. Actually, what was good yesterday was, before this entire blizzard happened, the newest episode of Hot Ones came out. And the bad news is, for the 3rd week in a row, I have no idea who the guest was. I believe it was, Terry Singh, or Tilly Singh, is her name. I have no idea who that is, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta believe me. But the good news is, she actually made it through all 10 hot wings. Well, actually, all 10 hot vegan wings. Yeah, she's, Hot Ones is actually very accommodating for those who practice the vegan lifestyle, or vegetarian lifestyle. They have, vegan wings, which, I'm not gonna lie, they actually look like giant, turkey legs that you see in, cartoons or whatever. They actually don't look half bad. I mean, personally, if I was ever on Hot Ones, I would just straight up go for the real thing, just because, you guys know, wings, are the hors d'oeuvre of my full course menu of life. Therefore, of course, I would have the actual real thing, because that's just how it is. It actually has been a while since I've done anything on my full course menu. I really should probably get on that eventually. Maybe sometime in the near future, because to be perfectly honest, it kind of was getting... altogether, my full course menu will consist of 8 videos, and I've already done half of them already. I don't want to do too much, I don't want to, get it all done and over with. Maybe I should probably leave you guys in suspense as to what item on my full course menu is next. Or, maybe I should just sort of... theoretically, I really could just tell you the entirety of the menu all at once, but what fun would that be? Besides, each and every single item on the full course menu is special, so I think each and every one of them deserves their own separate video, as I've done so far already. But, yeah. I'm actually looking outside right now, and to be perfectly honest, it's looking like, I know I just talked about Trinity Polling just a few days ago, but, actually, was it a few days ago? I don't even know anymore. But, we seriously had this kind of weather back when I was at Trinity Polling. And the fact you had to walk outside and camp, it was beautiful outside. This literally was like looking at a winter wonderland. If Instagram had existed around 2009, everyone would have been taking photos of what they were looking at. Of course, being as though it was a prep school, you had to be very careful about where your phone was at. Oh yeah. For those Horseheads alumni, I thought having your cell phone at Horseheads was pretty strict on the rules. Trinity Pawling was worse. I mean, believe it or not, I actually had my phone taken away from me once just because I was talking to my father. Although, to be fair, I was walking outside. Not in the middle of it wasn't in the middle of the night, but it was still like nighttime outside. This is like 7:30, it was close to 9 o'clock at night. That's when it was. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock roughly when it was like completely like pitch black outside. And this is still when study hall was happening. Yeah, see, if you're like a senior, study hall is like 7 to 8:30. Whereas, if you're not a senior, it's from 7 to 9. Oh yeah. Just because there was study hall at nighttime. What can I say? Trinity Pawling was pretty hardcore sometimes. But, yeah. I was actually walking toward the cave. I was actually talking to my father. And sure enough, one of the faculty walks up to me and takes my phone away. I mean, in my defense, I also didn't really know the entirety of the rules of Trinity Pawling. Because this was well within my first month there. So I really wouldn't have known everything there was to know. But yeah, I felt really kind of bad that I lost my phone. This is actually back when this is back before they had smartphones. Like, my phone was one of those, like, you slide it up and, like, you see the numbers or whatever. Those were simpler. I want to say those were simpler times, but that was when we thought, like, cell phone technology was, like, at the pinnacle of just awesomeness, I guess. When really it wasn't. Because, I'm literally holding proof that it wasn't. And I'm using that very proof to make this video. So, hooray, everything comes full circle. Yeah. So suffice to say, I was always careful. I would never lose my cell phone ever again. And of course, I still had my parents actually talked to me a lot back when I was at Trinity Pawling. They were nice when I really wasn't in the mood to talk to anyone. They would still call me anyway. I guess that's your parents saying that, they love you and stuff, which, yeah, that was kind of cool. And little would I know that, in spite of all of that, I would ultimately have decided that going to Trinity Pawling was the best decision I would have ever hoped to make in my life. Because, let's just say that technically these videos would not be made if I didn't go to Trinity Pawling. Specifically, if a certain something didn't happen at Trinity Pawling. But, that's a video for actually less than a month from now. So, you can look forward to that. But anyway, I should probably get going. Remember, with all the snow on the ground, you gotta leave like 10 minutes early to get to somewhere on time. That's how bad the weather is, ladies and gentlemen. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on social media platforms. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You know where I'm always gonna be chilling. And as always, I'm very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I am very hopeful we all have a wonderful Friday, and I hope that we're all able to drive safe in this weather. And, as always, if you ever need to talk or chat, I will always be here to lend an ear. And I will always have your back. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.